What's up, guys? It's Team RTC here with another deck profile, and please like and subscribe for more content. Tanner, take it away.
All right, what deck you playing, buddy?
I'm playing Blue Eyes Danger Guardragons.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, you want to start off with the monsters?
Yeah.
Main deck?
So I'll start with the Blue Eyes engine. It's really small. Of course, I run 3 of the vanillas.
Oh, got that pretty art too.
And then 1 alternative. My thought process behind that is just simply that it's a once per turn. So why would I run 2 when it's searchable?
Fair enough, fair enough.
I run, for other dragons, I run 3 of these parsecs. Just level 8 extenders. It's really easy to get a 1 level 8, so I need that second one. It just kind of gets me in that.
All right, so question. This normal summons, right?
Yes.
So why 3?
Because I don't need my normal summon.
Okay, so if you draw
combo,
multiple ones,
right.
you just ditch it off.
Right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't hurt me at all to normal summon. So drawing 2 is not optimal, but it's not the end of the world at the same time.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Plus I'm running 45 cards, so...
Jesus Christ, I wonder why you break.
The optimal, yeah. The chance of drawing multiples is lower, I guess. And then a Barbaros for the same reason. I can just normal summon. It gets me into my Dark Matter.
Fair enough.
And then let's get these out of the way.
So that's the blue eye stuff, right?
So that's Blue Eyes, and then just kind of some level 8 extenders. These are the other 2 level 8 extenders, and then the combo piece. Like he's one of the main combo pieces to go off of our Pisty.
If they do hit Darkest Metal, this upcoming TCG list, I really hope they don't ban it. Just leave it alone.
Even at 1 though, like he still summoned. Yeah, like he still summoned 2 back from the graveyard. So
Because he's not once per turn.
yeah, it's so
Right.
stupid.
I
Right.
mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind if
Yeah,
they did
I would
those
say,
two
like-
related, hard ones per turn.
Between the 2 things you would ban to hit this would be Dark Matter and this thing, because there's nothing that really replaces Red MD. It's just too good.
Oh, is that Chaos
Kinda.
Max I see?
So, and then let's see, I got the Goliath lock. People basically scoop when I see this. So, like,
Unless they have a
yeah,
value.
especially when you get
Yeah.
Hope Harbinger to protect it. Also, you can put it under Skull Dread, make it a little bit bigger, so it's hard to get rid of.
I think I've called Blighted every single time.
Yeah, but then you got Hope Harbinger to protect that as well. So as far as that goes, so you got the Danger Engine. So I've got 3 Bigfoot, 3 Thunderbird, and 3 Ogopogo.
So all these
So
because
those
they're
are all
eights.
the level 8s, and then this because it gets me to my level 8s on board.
Fair enough.
The deck's set up to where 2 level 8s, as long as I don't get Book of Moon or anything crazy, I can go into Dark Matter and just take off.
I like how he looked at me when he said Book of Moon.
Guru flips it.
Yeah.
Conductor flips it. Those are the 2 Guardragons I run. Those are what I send off of Dark Matter to get my plays going. They get me into Pisty and LP. If I don't have an additional monster on the field to link away into Lamphornicus, this is what I send to get me in that direction. So those 3.
And then you side it out when you go into time, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Unless it was like 5-minute rounds, I guess. This is a really good extender. Just send it off of Dark Matter. It's a free level 8. This gets you your Blue Eyes play, which gets you into your Guardragons. This is pretty useless unless I'm looking for like an alternative and I want to send. There's times where it comes up where it's like I got to get that the vanilla in hand, and I can send both of them to banish and add, or get that alternative for an
Alright, so-
additional summon.
Are both of these hard onces?
Yes. No, this no. So like anytime like a scent, I add. If I bring it back, a lot of times I'll bring it back off a Red MD just to link it away and add again. So then like when I do go into Skull Dread, I got so much more card advantage.
Yeah,
that,
then
like,
you just special yeah.
So like this used to be the stone that everyone, like you ran this at 3 and this was at 1. This is the better stone now. Like I think this is good for just like getting out, like kind of digging in your deck and searching. But this is what gets your combos really going. And like I said, this is mainly just for extension. Let's see, I'm running 3 of this bad boy, which is not amazing at our locals, but I feel like at regionals and places where they're gonna to link a bunch, like it's just draw. It works even better in this deck because I can summon it off of Red MD. I can also summon it off of Skull Dread. I can summon it off Return of the Dragon Lords.
Yeah, so like it just has synergy with your deck.
Right, it has tons and tons of synergy with this deck on top of already being broken.
He's a level 7 though, right?
Yeah. And which is great because then it gets me into Savage Dragon. So, because he's level 8. And then 3 copies of Melody. This is the God card of the deck. If I have this in Jackalope, that's my combo. Hopefully nothing happens to that. If it goes off though, and no hand traps hit it or anything, then that right there is my combo. So I got those 3, and then 3 returns. Just plays extensions. A lot of the times, if I activate a danger and then when Blue Eyes gets discarded off of it, I can bring it right back and then go into Dark Matter. It just helps a ton, and then Reborn anything. And then the last 3 cards I run in the deck are 3 Called Bys.
So I know before you didn't play with Called Bys.
Right. I didn't play Called Bys, mainly just because the idea that if I open this in a danger, then I run the risk of getting this hit out of my hand and it becomes useless. But the deck loses so hard to, like, okay, so Dark Matter doesn't lose to hand traps. But if I'm activating a Melody and it's the only thing in my hand that's going to get me in my combos, I want that to go off. And so I want this to be in here for the chance of actually drawing it. Also, if you hit my Pisty, that stops my plays pretty hard. So there's 2 places that, like, I try to bait around and, like, get you to ash me beforehand. But once I get to those, it's amazing to have it. Earlier tonight, I was playing this card, and I had summoned it, and then it let me draw 2, and I drew into Called By, and then it this protected me in my combo the next turn. So, like, again, this is just amazing.
So like 3 Called Bys must, right? All right.
We'll move on to extra deck. So we'll start with my links. These are the main Guardragons you run. This one summons from deck, and
I think that one's Graveyard, right?
Yeah, Graveyard,
and then this one's
or
deck in
this
hand,
can summon
and that's
from
extra deck.
right. So Graveyard and Banish Zone. So like,
oh, it does Banish too.
So like, say they cherries my Argopane, then like I could bring it back. I guess I don't know. Like there's just the main thing you want to do is summon from grave with it. This one's from hand or deck. So I used to think that I was just kind of out of luck if Red MD was in my hand, but then I realized, like, oh, this can summon from my hand too, so that doesn't necessarily matter. As long as I don't, like, draw into Chaos Emperor, Red MD, and Levianeer, like, then I'm okay. This one summons from extra deck. So this one gets you to your main extra deck monsters for locking people out.
More negates.
As far as the rest of the links, I got Land Fornicus, Triple Burst, Borload, and Skull Dread. So, like, these mainly just because it's generic and it's for arrows. A lot of the times if I go into Cypher Dragon, I can steal their monster and then just link it away, and then it goes into my rest of my plays. This is arrows as far as the combo. I can also negate during battle phase, which comes up against some matchups. I can negate monster spells or trap during battle.
Is it during battle or during damage?
During damage type. Okay. This one, it doesn't, like, usually get used in my main combo, but it's nice to have it just to out things. I've won games over just summoning it and then stealing, like, a Borrelsword or like a Champara.
All right. So next question. If you had the Borrelsword, would you play the Borrelsword over him?
No, mainly just because this deck doesn't need the extra damage. Like, it's really easy. Yeah, it's all big dragons with big attacks, and, like, it's easy to put out the damage. Plus, this is an out to Borrelsword, so, like, if they summon Borrelsword, like, I now have an out to it. Like, I can steal it and then take game. Skull Dread is necessary for the combo because of these 3 arrows. Also, the draw isn't necessary, but it definitely helps me extend.
So I have a question. So, can you show us a average board you have?
Well, yeah, I'll do that as soon as let's see. I'll get over.
Let's finish this.
Yeah,
you get over
but
this.
I want to see
But
this.
yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, because it's already gonna be long. Tanner goes into death.
Let's see. As far as Xyz, I've got Harbinger, negate those spells. I got negate the monster effects.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
This is steal your opponent's monsters, which, like I said, with Landfornicus, a lot of times I can just steal it and then I don't have to use Destrudo. Like, especially going into game 3, if I know I'm going second, like, it's amazing because I don't have to. I can side Destrudo out comfortably because I know that I can steal whatever they put on board, and then I'll have the ability to link into Landfornicus with this and then whatever I steal. Double Dark Matter because it's not hard once per turn, and it's just disgusting. Make your opponent banish 6.
It really hurts Guru, I know that. Because you said, like, oh man, I don't know what to
Like,
get.
either they banish all their hand traps and I don't have to deal with those later in the game, or I know what they're playing. Like, it just nets advantage. So there's all of that.
And like the 4K body doesn't hurt either.
I did banish Giant Rex one game because of that, and I put it on board.
And then this bad boy is another one of my negates. With Phantasme and my tuners, it's really easy to summon because I've got so many ways to summon Phantasme and bring back
So
tuners.
okay, so when he equips a link monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he get the 2 negates, or is his negate a hard one?
He gets 1 negate per turn, spell
Okay.
trap or monster effect, and he also gets an attack buff. So he gets half of the attack. I usually use triple burst. So he gets half of 2,400. And so he is a 42.
And then he'll have 3 negates, so like 3 turns of negation.
So 3 turns of negation, and he can negate. When your opponent activates a quarter effect, quick effect, you can remove 1 broil counter. This card negate the activation. So it's really busted. And then my 2 targets that I go into for Argapane, I'll blind this first because a lot of things target. And so, like, this just gives you protection. Plus, it's really cool. It protects your dragons from Called by the Grave, too.
Really?
Because it protects all your monsters, all dragons you control. Or, sorry. This card remains face up on the field. Your opponent cannot target dragon-type monsters. So, like, dragon-type monsters on the field or the grave. So, like, if I had this on board and I was needing to summon off something in grave and you had Called by, like, you couldn't target my dragon and Called by it to get it out of the way. This one literally just negates everything. It's an out to evenly. Just anything that they would put face up, I can just.
Yeah, it's like an out to anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's my extra deck.
All right, you got a side deck there, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So
excited.
let's see.
I don't think I've ever seen your side deck.
I have.
All right, so got 2 drolls. My thought process on those is anything that runs dangers, put drolls. And I'm going to try to bump it into 3 because this card's useless unless you actually draw it. But I don't know what I'm going to cut for that. So that's mainly because dangers are going to be everywhere. So even if I do happen to run into a mirror match or Thunder Dragon danger Guardragons, you let them summon their first or activate the first danger and you draw it and then go on from there. They can't do anything. 3 Lancias. I don't know.
Thunder Dragons?
Yeah, Thunder Dragons.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, if I happen to run into dinosaurs.
Mostly Thunder Dragons. Or the Orcus, that would hurt it.
Orcus.
Yeah, it's Orcus.
Seems like there was a couple other things.
I feel like there's a lot.
This did pretty good, like with Trickstar.
Oh yeah, the reincarnation.
Reincarnation. I don't know. It definitely comes up. I feel like I'm missing some on that. Game of Seals. Game of Seal, the relinked Salamangreat. So then their spells become dead, or traps, or whatever they've got down there. Kaiju over whatever link monster the Sky Striker players put out, so then their spells are dead. Kaiju Guru. Kaiju. There's just so many. if they only put one Colossus out, you can kaiju it, but it's not like they're gonna just put one because they're gonna have at least 2.
Yeah.
Also, something else I like whatever you kaiju, if I open in 2 of them, I can kaiju whatever it is that you got,
And then summon the other one of yours.
So then it's a
Yeah.
level extension for dark matter. So that's nice too.
Dark Matter Turbo.
Plus, it doesn't waste my normal summon,
Basically.
which, like I said, in my combo doesn't necessarily need it, but it definitely comes up. 3 Dinkos, because it's, even though you don't think it hits Guru that much, it still hits a lot of stuff. Definitely Sky Strikers, definitely Salamangreats, definitely Altergeist, if they're still a thing.
Yeah, I don't think they're a thing anymore.
Yeah, so I just feel like I've almost even considered main decking it, but I don't know.
Yeah, just for the trap decks.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's that. Red Reboot. Also the Trickstar. Kind of. Not really, maybe.
Yeah, like it stops for incarnations. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some variations of it. Red Reboots. Definitely stops Trickstars. I got that experience tonight. Salamangreats.
I mean, in theory, that would be good against the
Guru.
Drew. Yeah, because it
Yeah.
would stop the final battle.
So yeah. And then that's my last side for going into time.
Yeah, so you just side out the.
Boral load usually.
Yeah, side that
just
out for
because,
that.
like I said, I don't use Boral load that often. And then this, you just go into your normal Agripane. I mean, you really just have to have 2 special summon monsters. You summon off of this off Agripane, it blows up your board. You deal 1,000 or whatever. And then the other cool thing about this is it's a level 8. So, like, say you blow up your 2 special summon monsters, you deal 1,000 damage. And say it's not quite times called, like you don't want to slow play or do anything stupid like that. Like you put out, if you can put out another level 8 or whatever, then you can overlay, go into dark matter, and bring out your Morphage. And so like you've dealt burn damage, bring out your Morphage lock, and you've got a board like monster on board. So
That's it for the deck profile.
the typical board I usually make.
See this.
Like you don't have to go through the whole combo.
It's pretty consistent. I won't take the 15-20 minutes it makes to do the combo. But
Yeah,
15-20 minutes is generous.
usually on Skull Dread, I usually put like this here in defense, just because he's a big booty, not so much. And then that, and then I will have a like Savage Dragon, and then a Hope Harbinger. See, not Cypher. I meant to put this there. Hope Harbinger, and then it'll be one of these 2 in this zone, depending on what I'm doing. And then it will be
the Goliath.
Goliath.
the
Yeah.
Goliath.
Like that's just crazy.
Like, this is the optimal board that I can make.
So that's
And this
1,
is
2,
so
3, 4 negates.
Right, yeah. So we got, if this is on board, it's a targeting thing. If this is on board, it's a negate everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4 negates. 2 of them are negate anything, and 2 of them are 1 spell and 1 monster effect.
That's absolutely insane.
And that says no extra deck.
Right.
Yeah, so like they're not playing.
Right. And something else that comes up too with King Dragoon is pretty cool. Like, he's basically almost Skull Dread in the respect that I can once per turn special summon 1 dragon type monster from your hand to side of field. So like if I got both these on board, then that means once per turn and special summoning 2 level 8s.
So
Like,
if that guy is magically in your hand for some reason, you can just bring him out.
yeah, and a lot of the times too, so I can avoid Called by the Grave.
I didn't know the dragon
Like,
effect.
I will, a lot of the times, like, say I've built this board, or whatever, some variant of it. If I've got this in hand, I'll go ahead and bring him back out. So then I don't have to risk getting called by on that. So, anyways.
All right, so I know you got a regional coming up. What place you gonna get?
I really hope that I can at least get my invite.
Like, all right, come on,
I'm
what
gonna go
place?
for
I need a
that.
place.
I'm going for first.
First place.
So,
All right.
gotta hit those draws and no breaks and win those dice rolls. That's how the game plays these days.
Do you want to borrow my impermanence?
Tanner, just don't have your luck on your brother.
Chase isn't going to be there, so
Don't have to
maybe
worry
I
about
won't
Chase.
break,
Don't have to worry about me.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, well, what
So that's it for the video.
Saturday.
Thanks for watching.